My answer is yes, and yes, and thank you. That was quite right. I think many of you know that I start my day with meditations, particularly those of the Dalai Lama and Dietrich Bonhoeffer. And the Dalai Lama says today, "Time never waits but keeps flowing. Not only does time flow unhindered, but concordingly in our lives and correspondingly to it keeps moving onward all the time. If something goes wrong, we cannot turn back time and try again. In that sense, there is no second chance guaranteed." I read these every day and usually find something of note, something of worthiness. And isn't it wonderful that what the Dalai Lama said today fits exactly, not just with these questions, but what we're meeting on here today. We will not get a second chance. We have only this chance. We have only this time. Just as with work furloughs, you cannot recover the time that was lost to those children. And so the time is now to do the right thing, always to do the right thing every day. And Dietrich Bonhoeffer said today, and this applies to making the church with a human face, on the sin of acquiescence. The church confesses itself guilty of violating all the 10 commandments. The church confesses thereby its apostasy from Christ. It has not borne witness to the truth of God in a way that leads all inquiry and science to recognize the origin of this truth. It has not so proclaimed the righteousness of God that all human justice must seek that is its own source and its essence. It has not been able to make the loving care of God so credible that all human economic activity would be guided by it in its task. All human economic activity be guided by it in its task. By falling silent, the church becomes guilty for the loss of responsible action in society, courageous intervention, and the readiness to suffer what is acknowledged as right. That is what FACE is all about. That's what I'm all about in this campaign. Aloha mahalo.